Yeah. Sound like I'm about to rap, don't it? No, I ain't about to rap. But y'all know what I'm about to do. Yo, what up, what up? It's a fabulous winning day right now. And it's pound for pound. Toby D, you know what it is. Hey, y'all. The two most important wins that we said that we needed to get to keep our playoff hopes alive. Y'all, guess what? We got it. We beat Dallas up. I don't care who was on the field, okay? I don't care what the media's saying. Tyron Smith and Ezekiel Elliott gone. I could care less. We beat them. And we beat them down. Then you come back to a depleted secondary without Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman. Now, we know Richard Sherman is out for the season. They don't want to admit that Cam Chancellor might be out for the season with a neck injury. But you and I both know that those neck injuries are tricky. We saw Zeke Mata. Y'all may not remember him, our 7th round pick back in, 2014, I believe. When he had that neck injury, he didn't play football for the rest of that season and don't look like he's going to be back in the NFL, period. And you know those neck injuries, like I say, they're very tricky, so he may be out for the season. But you got to give credit to Mr. Number 3, Russell Wilson. A healthy Russell Wilson at that. Now, y'all remember last year when we played Russell Wilson, he really was not at 100%. He was playing on a high ankle sprain most of the season. He didn't start getting right till about the end, but he was nowhere near as healthy as he showed last night. Dude was like a magician. Okay, he's in one spot and he disappears to the next spot. That's Adrian Claiborne. Although Adrian Claiborne had a pretty decent night again, he didn't get all the sacks. But he showed he can still get out to the passer. And if Russell Wilson had one set launch point and it went all over the world, well, we could be looking at Adrian Claiborne having about 2 more sacks to add to the 6 he got last week. But that didn't happen. Adrian Claiborne came off a nice stunt and still could not get Mr. Russell Wilson on a straight shot because Russell disappeared from one place to the next. And before you know it, he's 35 yards down the field, led the whole team in rushing yards last night with 86 yards, I believe, if I saw that correctly. But guys, it was a great team win. We got the wins over Dallas. We got the wins over Seahawks. And guys, we hold tiebreakers. And I know you heard it all day, but I'm going to say it again. We hold tiebreakers over Detroit. We hold the tiebreakers over Dallas. Green Bay, who probably won't even be able to sniff the playoffs. They won the week before. They played against the Ravens and got smacked around. And guys, we got the tiebreaker over those teams. Dallas, Green Bay, Detroit. And I'm trying to get the other team right now. Oh, Seattle. Man, how could I forget that? Seattle. So we control everything right now. Now, I'm not worried about winning the division just yet. You know, hey, New Orleans pulled out a miraculous win in overtime against the Washington Redskins. And, you know, that game kind of reminded me something similar of when the Redskins had Drew Brees and the Saints on the ropes back in 2009 when they were just blowing through everybody, including the New England Patriots, who they were not able to blow through this season. And they were able to come back in that game and win to keep their winning streak alive. They only lost 3 games. And guys, look, I'm not hating on New Orleans. They are rolling right now. But that defense kind of got exposed on Sunday. I'm just saying. But those running backs right now, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, they're doing their thing. You're welcome, by the way, New Orleans, copying our blueprint. I still think our guys are better, but we haven't been able to showcase that much with the new offensive coordinator, who, by the way, many of you have been ragging on, including myself. I'm not even going to lie. has called some impressive games these last 3 out of 4 games. Although we lost against the Carolina Panthers, he's been calling some pretty good games, guys. And especially these last 2. Dan Quinn said he was putting a heavy emphasis on third down and red zone, and these last 2 games has been a sure indication of that. 3 out of 4 touchdowns in the red zone against Dallas. 2 out of 3 yesterday. Not a bad day, and not to mention 9 of 14 on third downs. Woo! Boy, you got to be excited about that. I mean, we looked good on third downs last week. Now, mind you guys, I don't care who went down to Seattle, they still have a potent front 7. And they had a lot of sacks coming into that game. I think we might have had one more than them. We was at 26, I believe, going into that game, and they was at 25. Dallas before that had like 20-something sacks, 26 or so. They only sacked Matt Ryan one time. Now, provided I would have liked to have seen us take off the hinges on that secondary, they still played enough to stop Matt Ryan from throwing that ball over 200 yards and broke the 200-yard streak. Yes, he did. But what's just important? The win or the 200-yard streak? The win to me. When you think? Because Julio Jones surely would tell you that. Because he can care less about the fact he only got 1 touchdown. What he got is another W. And he'll take that any day. Now, I'll do the same thing. Guys, he only averages like 5 to 6 touchdowns a season, and I think he can get that before the season is completely over with 6 more games to go, especially with Tampa Bay coming up on Sunday, which I'm going to let my boy JR, who does such a marvelous job with his previews, handle that part of it. But I'm excited now, and I know many of you Falcons fans, don't try to lie. You feeling confident now because we're 6-4, as opposed to when we were losing 4 out of the 5 games that we lost. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little down when we lost against Miami and we lost against Buffalo Bills, especially seeming as though everybody else in our division seems to be running through them jokers like diarrhea. I'm just saying. It makes you a little mad sometimes, but hey, you gotta keep it moving. And boy, let me tell y'all, Dontari Poe, I think he's getting used to that new weight he got. He's been looking pretty good these last 2 weeks. I'm just saying. And Grady Jarrett, man, I think I saw last night he had like 9 tackles for loss. I believe he leads the league. Now, I heard that last week. Somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong. And he's waking up. Ladies and gentlemen, if we get these 2 guys waking up with Adrian Claiborne and Mr. Young Tack rookie McKinley, who's doing his thing, man, it's on. Speaking of pass rush, let me talk about somebody right quick. Listen, Vic, I love you, man. But if you don't stop hesitating when you had at least 2 sacks last night on Russell Wilson and you about the fastest guy on that defense, other than Desmond Trufant and Robert Alford, you in trouble, my friend. Stop assuming that your guys got it and just letting up on your pursuit. Dude, don't do that again. And even Brooks Reed was caught doing it. I don't know if they were sitting there and all like Russell Wilson was Michael Jordan or something with his tongue hanging out making a shot. I have no idea. But however the case, please don't do that again. Now, the good thing for this defense, we don't have a lot of mobile quarterbacks that we got to play these next games coming up. Now, you know Jameis Winston, he really doesn't run like that on a Russell Wilson and Cam Newton level. He can, but he's really trying to extend plays. And, of course, we got Cam Newton. But, guys, think about this. Now, we got Ryan Fitzpatrick coming up. Case Keenum, who's been hot for the Vikings, of course. You got Drew Brees coming up twice. Jameis Winston may be the next game because I don't think he's going to be in week 12 on Sunday. But guys, the way this pass rush has been going, we can get after it. Now, I'm going to say this much. And everybody knows it. Special teams. Come on, baby. Come on, Keith Armstrong. You got to get this thing together, brother. Now, I said this before. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's the players. They're not responding to what you're saying. I have no idea. But you know as well as I know, you cannot keep kicking that ball to Tyler Lockett. You can't do it. Dude was given the Seahawks great field position most of the night. Now, shouts out to the defense who held Russell Wilson them to only 2 for 6 in the red zone. I'm still wondering how the hell, I had said, they got to 31 points, but they did. Now, a couple of blown coverages allowed him and Doug Baldwin to get into the end zone with a nice dart to him over the middle. And a couple of other things allowed them to get touchdowns too. But they also did some dumb things, and I'm not even going to talk about them dumb things because you can go anywhere. You're going to hear all about the stupid call before the second half come up with whatever Pete Carroll was thinking. But, guys, we're ready to roll now. We're back in this thing, and the next 3 games at home, it's time to rise up. Now, so much more I can say about this game. But see, you know what the beauty is? I'm leaving the rest up to y'all, man, because y'all have been wonderful at commenting, subscribing, sharing, and liking. Continue doing all that. I'm out of here, man. It's Toby D, pound for pound. Peace.